Thank you all for coming to my piano recital for graduating book 1. We have one person that isn't here yet, but I think we're gonna get started now.
say to everybody?
Thank you for coming. And we have cupcakes over there. And balloons. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. You stay here. So, I have something for you. I took some notes while you were playing about some things I wanted to say. But first, remember what you get when you finish book 1? Did you know this?
No.
You get a little statue. What did it say on it?
Mozart.
Mozart. Now, do you think Mozart was this good looking?
No. Maybe.
He wasn't actually. He was kind of short, like me probably. And he can come up here a little bit. But in statues, we always like to make people look good looking, right?
Yeah.
So we do that. He looked like a totally normal person, really. But a couple of things that maybe some of you don't know about Jack. First of all, it's kind of exciting to be here because Co is where I met you, right? Except you were like this tall, probably.
Probably, yeah.
In kindergarten, huh? But we met right here because you were in Oliver's class. And I remember actually the very moment we met because we were so excited because you were both going to do half days so you could play every day after school with each other. So, but a couple of things. For those of you who haven't been following his budding piano career, he has learned a lot of things that you didn't actually see here. So a few things that you learned. I've made a note here. He made last spring, you wrote a soundtrack for a film, right? Or the score for a film. He scored a film. He had a film festival, and he got to watch it on a big screen. That was pretty cool. He also has performed a few different original compositions that he wrote, songs he wrote all by himself. And he performed one just a couple months ago, but he didn't want to play it today, or just didn't play it today, right? But he's written some of his own songs and performed them. He's played
Hi,
on...
Mr. Twan, can you please come to the office? Twan, would you please come to the office? Thank you.
He's also played on pianos all over the place, right? He's played here, at home, at my house, at...
The Home for Old People.
Yeah, Home for Old. He's done that. He's gone to the Queen Anne retirement home, or Queen Anne Manor, right? A few times. You've played on outdoor pianos. You've played at where else? Have you played? The State House.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he's played all over the place.
He's played in Maine and New Hampshire.
Yeah. So he's been on tour pretty
Coast
much.
to coast.
Yeah. And a couple of things that maybe are even a little unique to Jack. He has learned to do lots of jumping jacks and push-ups. Right? Because sometimes it's hard to sit at the piano for a long time, but if you do jumping jacks, you can do a little more, right? He's learned how to talk to his mom without using his mouth. Is that right? Because sometimes during lessons, he looks over at his mom and they have a whole conversation. And they don't even talk, right?
Sign language.
You know what I'm talking about? He's learned how to play slow because playing fast comes very naturally. So you may have even heard him a couple times today. Start out really fast and then you'd correct yourself, right? So fast is not hard for you. It's slow that's hard. You've learned the value of practicing the piano regularly, right? Because sometimes he practices regularly and then you've had a couple times where you didn't, and what happened?
I forgot a few.
Yeah. But he could learn them again. So he learned that he can learn songs again. But you learned that when you practice regularly. Now, some of you might not know, do you practice like, what, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day?
Maybe like around 30 minutes.
Yeah,
One
not
hour
3
for
hours.
my dramatic.
Right? So you don't have to practice a lot every day, right? Just every day is what you've learned. Is that right? Is that what you'd say? He also has learned to grow 2 brains, which is pretty amazing. Because you have to have 2 brains to work 2 hands, totally different, doing different things. So Jack has learned a lot. So we should give you one more round of applause, I think. Good job. Here's your set. We'll keep it in the box so it doesn't.
Jack, you just jumped at.
All right. Well, while I have everybody's attention, can we say thank you?